It's thank you.
Hi, good morning, everybody. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. I said I was going to stop saying good morning when I do this, but now it's just like such habit.
Let's have it.
Anyways, yeah, I squirrel. Welcome to Bella Crafts. My name is Lisa Rojas, and this is my awesome business partner and friend, Aunt
Yes.
Butler. Say hi.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy to be here, bringing
Yeah.
you another fabulous craft project.
Yes, yes. Yeah, today we're working with Dare to Be Artsy, so that is going to be so much fun. This company is new to me, so
They
that
sponsored BellaCon with the gift certificate, so that was nice.
yeah, very nice. So hi everybody.
Hi, Brenda. I
Hi,
was wondering, I was
hi
trying to think,
Gina.
AX. What's AX? So, Arizona.
Oh, okay. I'm just seeing that going, huh?
Hi, Gina.
Hi Gina. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was not doing so good, so we want her to be better.
Hi, Betsy.
There we go,
Oh, it's so
see?
nice to see you, Betsy.
Happy Wednesday. That's it exactly. So,
Yes.
yeah, so you guys, for those of you that are joining us for the very first time, um, Ann and I own Bella Crafts Publishing, and we put out a free craft magazine 4 times a year. We are working on spring now. I had to think about that. We're working on spring
Yep.
now, and, so that's gonna be out
At the end of the month.
yeah, there we go. End of the month. That'll be out and it'll have fabulous new projects in it with beautiful pictures and the whole shot. So if you have not signed up before, sign up today. It doesn't take anything. The magazine is absolutely free. You just plug in your email address and it comes right to your inbox.
It
So
does.
yeah, and we don't do any of the you know, um bombarding you with emails. We don't have time.
We send out one email a week, and
A
then
week.
one when we have a new ebook or the magazine comes out. And all of our newsletters are craft related. I mean,
Yes.
it's a craft project. If you missed the live, we send out here's a link so you can watch it and still have a chance to win the door prizes. So,
Yeah.
hi
Yeah, so
Angie.
go ahead, Ed.
I said hi Angie. I
Oh,
just or come in.
hi, Angie. Okay, so do you wanna tell them since you're on a roll, tell them about the ebooks?
And because Lisa doesn't have much voice.
Well, we don't know how long it's gonna last.
I talked to her yesterday and I said, "Are you sure you want to do your live?" But she's a trooper.
I'm
So
here.
our ebooks, we have got fabulous ebooks that are available. I will put a link in here when Lisa's doing her project. And at the top, it says ebooks or it says print books. So some of them are available print on demand, and some of them are just available as ebooks. But we are working on 3 more titles.
I know.
So Friday, I'm talking with one of our new authors and
Yeah,
laying out the timeline for her. And so in the next couple months, we'll have 3 new ebooks for you guys. We are excited.
yeah. That's gonna be exciting.
It is, and actually, that's how we pay the bills. So,
Yeah,
pay for the website, pay for everything we do.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, we do, I mean, we do this every single week for free, and we have our giveaways and stuff. So that's just our way of, trying to, like Ann said, get our bills paid.
well, and we have our sponsors, but still,
Yes.
um,
We love
it
our
is
sponsor.
we love to craft, and also we have a group, Do You Love to Craft? So
Nice
you
segue.
can so you can join that and share the projects you're working on because we love to see everything everybody is doing.
Yeah.
Angie, the ebooks are a great value. Thank you, Angie. We work hard with the authors to make sure that they're exactly what they say they are. I mean, when we say it's step by step, we make sure that there's pictures and directions, and we have beautiful photography in
Yeah.
all of them. And it is we do have some fabulous authors. We are doing a 5th book with Eileen Hull. So that one is
Crazy.
going to be awesome. Her books just sell so well, and
Yeah.
we always have something new from her to share.
Yeah. And she
Gotta
has,
pay the bills, right, Brenda?
yeah. Hi, Becca. I saw you pop in. Hi, Amy.
Yeah.
Okay, so for today, you guys, we're doing Dare to Be Artsy, as I said earlier, and they are our sponsor, so they're going to be giving away a $25 gift card. So we are excited about that. They are new to us. I'm not really sure if I don't. I'm not really sure how new they are to the industry, but they're
They've been
new to
around for
us.
a while.
Have
Yeah.
they? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we're excited to be working with them. We have a lot of new companies coming up this year, which is always fun.
Yeah. Trying to get some new stuff in there so you guys can see, all the cool new stuff that's out too. So what we're doing today, and talk about a blast from the past. When I first saw, especially the papers, when I first saw the papers from Dare to Be Artsy, I was looking at them and I was like, gosh, this reminds me of the colors in our house when I was growing up.
Yeah.
It was all the same colors with the greens and the browns and the
Avocado green,
yeah,
the tangerine orange, sunflower yellow. Yes.
yeah, yeah. It was just like, "Oh, wow, man, my mom would have totally dug this." But this is what we are creating today, you guys. Lots of fun.
Isn't
Okay,
that fun?
look at that cool van. I mean, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. And then, of course, you know me, I don't like to just do regular cards. I always like to do something interactive. So let me find it. Okay, so there, we're going to pull that up. And there
Fun.
you go.
Lisa is the queen of interactive cards.
I love
And
interactive.
one day,
I know.
when she's healthy again, we will get her ebook done.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for like 3 years, and it's just
It
like,
has been a
oh my.
while.
Yeah, and I
But
have all of these cards that I have done, and this one, I remember doing these type of cards many years ago, like 25 years ago. I taught workshops on them.
mhm.
Now, this is from a die set from Lawn Fawn that I used for this one. But when I taught them, you had to do this, the cutting and everything, and you'll see more when I'm put my camera down to show you. But you had to make sure that every single line had the lines had to be cut perfectly, because if they didn't, the shutter would not move.
Right.
So, I'm so glad that they have them now out in die cuts. Makes it so much easier.
It
So,
makes
yeah,
it so much easier, but sometimes with the pattern,
yeah,
it's yeah, and because that's how you used to do it,
exactly.
all with the PDF patterns,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean,
And some people like to fussy cut.
yeah, you can still do it that way, but I'm just saying for me, because, we're always working on something new. I don't want to have to spend I spend enough time just coloring
Creating.
and trying to get my ideas together. So I don't
You
want to have
do.
to cut things if I don't have to, but I do like to fussy cut sometimes.
She
Yes, I do.
does. She
All
likes
right.
all these little tiny details.
Those little tiny details. That's what makes the
That's what
difference.
makes the project.
Exactly. Okay. So I'm going to switch my camera. Don't forget, those of you, thank you, Angie. She's already in there. Lori, Bella Crafts. You're going to hashtag Bella Crafts to be entered in for the giveaway. Okay, we're going to hold the giveaway open until next Tuesday at midnight Central Time, Anne's time. That way it gives everybody a chance, since we have so much of our viewers watching the replay.
Yep.
So we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to win. So excited about that. And then during Anne's live today, before I forget, we're going to be picking 2 winners from the last couple weeks that's going to get gift boxes from us.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
That's so cool.
So those gift boxes will be valued at minimum $50, most likely much more.
I was going to say, I know you. There's going to be all kinds of stuff in there.
Well, I like to say minimum $50, so they know it's, worth entering. But
yeah.
All
right. So let's get started. I'm going to switch my cameras. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
While she is switching her camera,
if I can,
like she said, hashtag Bella Crafts, you like, share, and comment this video with the hashtag Bella Crafts to enter. Mystery boxes are so much fun. Thanks for the chance to win. You're welcome, Lori. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to pop out and put links in so Lisa can share.
All right. All right, you guys. So once again, this is the project that we're creating today. Just so much fun. The papers that I used, and then of course the stamped images, and then creating a slider out of it, or a slide card out of it always makes it so much fun too. So let me show you again. So what you do here is it says, and I know in the picture that I posted, I did not have this on there yet because I had forgotten about it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I wanted to make sure that I added it for the live. So it says all we need is, and then you pull this up, and then it says love. So lots of fun doing this. Like I said, when I had to cut, it was crazy. So glad that, we don't have to do that. But that's what we're working on today. So let's get started. I'm going to put that right there. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so this is the fabulous stamp set that I used. This is called Groovy Van. I love that. Oh my gosh, this is just so much fun. And then, of course, I use the dies that go with the stamp set, which I absolutely love. All right, so this is that. And then I also used the interactive picture changer from Lawn Fawn to create. And then last but not least, I wanted to show you guys the really cool paper that they have. This is some of it. So this pattern pack is filled with double-sided. They're all double-sided papers. And when we get started, I want to show you something that I wanted to share with you guys. So these are the papers that I used also in here. This is called Peace and Love. Okay, so that is all of the cool products from Dare to Be Artsy. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, and then we are going to get busy. Now, always ahead of time, I always do a lot of the pre-work ahead of time, just so, it just makes it easier that you guys aren't just going to be sitting here watching me for, 3 hours as I cut and color and all of that stuff. So I definitely, there we go, I need that. So I definitely always make sure that I do my step outs beforehand. Okay, so to create this super fun card, okay, you're going to start with your base. The base card is 6x6. Okay, so you're going to do a 12x6. top fold on the center, and then we're going to add this. But before we add that, I want to tell you something about the paper that I used. Okay, so I know that I showed you guys this. This is one of the pages that's in there. This is the back of it. Okay, but it has these really cool borders. Now, you guys have seen me use these even recently, where I have used some border designs in my project. These were just way too cute not to do it. But what I wanted to share with you is I know that all of the companies that have papers on the 12 by 12s, they always have this tab at the top, right? That has all of, oh, my camera's gonna, all right.
Yeah, it's a bit blurry.
Yep. It's because it needs to resettle.
Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
that.
there you go.
I hate that.
It's
All
like
right.
you can't move.
Yeah, exactly, right? And how are you not going to move when you're doing a project, for crying out loud? Okay, so you can see all these cool borders, and they always put these tabs on the top of their paper, so that way you know what, whose the company is. But they also, a lot of them, Dare to Be Artsy is one, have these at the top. Now, what I did when I created this card is I used one of the borders here on this one, but I wanted to use this one down here, the peace and love. Let me turn that around. I wanted to use this one down here, but I didn't want it to be that big. And when I was going through the papers, I realized that one of the papers on the headers had the same thing on it. It was just tinier. And I just love that. A lot of times I ignore those things on the top. I don't use them for anything. And I thought, I don't want to do that this time. Let's use it and show it so you can see. And then, of course, the backing is, the advertisement for the company. So this is what I used in my card. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we are going to put these together.
I know you're going to get to this, but Lori's asking if the dies will cut parts of the paper, like the band and stuff.
If the dies
Like
cut.
the dies, they cut some of the printed paper, like the dies got will cut some of those out.
Yeah, the dies. Yeah.
Okay.
For the stamps. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I know that they make their dies, which is super cool. I don't know any other company that does this.
Yeah.
But those dies will also cut parts of the printed paper out. So like you can put that die over the band.
Right.
And die cut the band, which is super cool.
I don't know if you could do them with these. I didn't even check.
Okay.
So that would be something.
It looks like the little flower part would, where the flower is.
Yeah.
Like on the paper that would go over the flower, and it would die cut it.
Yeah, I would have to check. I didn't even think about it, so I didn't check.
Yeah, I think that's what they're kind of known for.
Yeah, okay.
So it's kind of cool.
It is cool.
It is
very cool. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're just going to add these little bands here to the side of our paper, the side and the bottom. I'm going to put this right on top here. And I cut it a little bit longer just so I could make sure that it was going to fit okay. So you can either tuck that in or just grab some scissors and snip it off. So we'll do that right now. Just snip that off. All right. And then this other piece will go down here at the bottom. There. So I just love how all of this just came together. It was so cool. Because a lot of times, you know, when I'm working on a project, there are a lot of times when, you know, my brain is fried and I get stuck. And so a lot of times I will look at pattern paper and that will give me my idea to get started on my project. Okay, so then of course we're going to add this to the base. All right, I'm going to glue that on there. Make sure that you have your fold at the top. Okay, and then for now, we're going to set this off to the side. And now we're going to just concentrate on putting it all together. So what you need to do for the pull-up, okay, you're going to start with the die set, okay? And you're going to cut out one of these pieces and then the smaller piece. And then also there is a little frame in there and you're going to cut that out from some pattern paper. Okay, so what you're going to do then is, oops, my little guy needs to come over here. Okay, so once you have these die cut out, then what you're going to do is put it together. Now, this is what I was talking about when I said that I used to teach a workshop on this class, because these are the slits that are in the die. The die is going to do that. Well, I had to do it old school because we didn't have dies back then. We didn't have dies that cut them. And if those lines weren't perfectly straight, if there was just a little niche on them, there's no way that it was going to stay. It was not going to slide at all. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut both of these pieces out along with your die cut frame over here. And then you're going to stamp your images onto the two pieces like this. Okay, and then once you stamp them, then you watercolor them, or, you know, add whatever color that you want to your project. And then, of course, now we're going to put it all together. Okay, so for this, what you're going to do is you're going to take these two pieces and you'll see here there is a notch at the top, right? Okay, so we're going to slide this in the top there. There we go. All right, and I'm going to show you this way too so you guys can actually see. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take these that are free and we're going to slide them into these. These are not cut all the way. So what you're going to do is you're going to start at the bottom and then you're just going to pop each one in the one at the bottom. Okay, now I'll show you a little bit better when I get this started. All right, you got that, and then we got that one, and then we need one more. And that's going to be this top one right here. So as you can see, what I did was I just tucked those pieces into the slots. And that's what makes your slider. Okay. So once you do that, then you're going to fold your fold on your score lines. Score lines are already on there for you. And then we've got these little edges here that are scored. I used I think it's 100-pound cardstock to do this, because I've told you before that when I'm doing an interactive card, I like to use the heavier cardstock because you want it to be able to last. But then also you got to deal with, you know, trying to get it to fold. over. So, but I will do it. There we go. So we're going to fold those edges over. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some 1/8 of an inch tape. Okay. And then we're going to put that on each side here. Right there like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And you don't want any adhesive to interfere with the sliding part of this slider, okay? You don't want anything, any glue or tape or whatever to come in contact with this piece. I know it's a little hard to see because it's white on white, but hopefully you guys can see it good enough. So then what we're going to do is we're going to peel this tape off and then fold those two sides over. Oh, it wants to stick to me. Oh, I pulled the whole tape off. All right. Sometimes that happens. Not a big deal. Well, this just doesn't want to stick. All right. We will get a new one. All right. Now make sure that that thing is really taped down there. All right. So then we're going to peel this other side. There we go. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold the two ends over. Okay. This is what is going to create the track that you need for your slider. Okay. I need to look at this so I can see what the heck I'm doing. All right. Boy, this tape just does not want to stick for me today. All right. And then we're going to flip this one over. Okay. This is giving me a really hard time. There we go. And it is because I used that heavier cardstock. It makes it harder. Whoops. See, that's what I meant about make sure that it doesn't stick together. All right. So you got to get these panels down. I do so much better with glue. Oh my goodness. All right. So it needs to be down better, but for right now, I think we can go ahead and just keep going forward. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that everything is intact. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully add some more of this tape on the outside. And then you're going to adhere those two pieces together. Okay. Now, I am doing a blog post on this, you guys, so no worries at all. It's going to have written instructions along with step-by-step pictures. So if you want to look at that, it'll be on our blog on Sunday. I always post the blogs posts on Sundays, so you'll be able to find all the details there too, along with cards, sizes and all of that good stuff. All right, so we're going to peel these off. Okay, and then you're going to lay this piece down. Just like that. Okay. So you've got your slider all intact. And then it can slide. Okay,
Oh,
so you'll
cool.
notice also, I know, so much fun, right? You'll notice also on the finished project that I went ahead and I inked the outsides and the inside of this. So I'm going to do just the outside real quick, just to add a little bit of color. And I like it on both sides because when you pull it, you're not seeing just white, but you've got these beautiful stamped images on here too. So that's always going to be fun. All right, so we're just going to add some ink. Now you can mask this if you wanted, but I kind of liked the halo around it when I inked mine. So I left that part out because I just like, I could have masked it, but I just liked the white halo. So there again, you've got your slider. Okay. So then what you're going to do, and dang it, I should have done this first. Let me see. What is it with me in interactive cards lately? All right. I'm not going to mess with it. Okay. But what you would do is you would take some green cardstock, just regular green cardstock like I did here, and then you're just going to cut off this part right here for your tab. All right. So I'm going to cut these edges. Cut these babies off. Scooch that out of the way. Okay. And then we're going to add this to our handle. All right. Now this would have been much easier if I would have remembered to do it at the beginning. But as you can see, you can still make it work. All right. So now we've got all of that. So then what you're going to do is you're going to cut out another piece of pattern paper the same size as your changer here, okay? And then what you're going to do with that is you're going to cut a square out 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then place it on top of your pattern paper, and then just cut out that center like this, okay? So then that way you'll have your window to see your slider. So we're going to add this. Right on here. Okay, there we go. And then you're going to take this little piece, and then this is going to go right on top. Okay, now I can see by looking at this that I think some of them already pulled out. That was because I was messing with the changer, but you won't have that issue when you guys create it. All right, so then you're going to add that on. Oh, no, it stayed. Okay, good. All right, so then next what you're going to do is you're going to cut out the tab. And then I just stamped pull here. You're going to fold this over just like that. And then you're going to take this and glue this to the top of your handle. And then that way, this will also keep, because you're not putting anything on the bottom here, you don't want your slider to fall out, right? So this will tell your recipient what they need to do with this, but it also helps the card so the card won't slide all the way through. Okay. So this little tab on here will hit that and then it won't slide through, which is what we want. All right. So we've got our tab on. So now we're ready to finish this off with some really cool stamped images. And these were just so much fun. So here are the stamped images that I used. Oops, having trouble grabbing that. Okay, here are the stamped images that I used. I absolutely loved these. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put everything together. So for the slider, we're going to use some heavier or thicker, I should say, foam tape. All right, because we want this to pop up. All right, so we're just going to put that on there real quick. And then you might want to put another one in the center here. You don't have to. That, it's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So then that way the card doesn't push through. And then we're going to peel these pieces off. And once you get your slider on, or this is actually called a picture changer. To me, it slides, so that's what I refer to it as. And I don't know if you have tried this foam tape. This is from Thermoweb. This
Yes.
stuff is sticky.
It is. You cannot readjust.
You don't have it right the first time. You got to throw the whole thing out and start again because this stuff is sticky. So we're going to take this and then we're going to put it right here on our card. Now, I wanted it to be up a little bit more. That's why I used the double thickness of the foam tape to be able to grab this easier to pull it. Okay, so that was the reason why I did that with the slider piece. And then with these, all I did with these was I stamped all of my images out on white cardstock, as you can see with my black Gina K. And then what I did was then I watercolored them with my watercolor pencils. So that's how I got all of these fabulous images. And I can't remember if I told you guys or if I was just thinking that I told you, but I did have another flower that I added. I'll show you on the finished one. There was another little flower there, but I don't know what happened to it. I had it all stamped and cut out and colored, and it was looking wonderful. And it went into craft heaven because I have no idea. All right, so we're going to peel these pieces off. And then we're ready to put all of this onto our finished card. Okay, so we're going to put that one right about there. Okay, and then I put these up here around the top. And again, I added the foam tape just because I wanted to, create some more dimension in the card. So there it is. That's how you put it together. Oh, and I forgot the last piece. Here's the finished one. So what I did with this stamp is in the stamp set. It's called All We Need Is. And so that's why I used it, because then I used the love stamp. So there we go. We're going to put that on there. And that's going to finish that off. And then here you go with the complete finished card. and then you've got your interactive die. There you go.
Super cute.
Yeah, this is the flower that I lost. I have no idea where it went. But I wanted to point out too, this stamp set has lots of really cool sayings in it. You can see that it's got, obviously, all right, let my camera readjust. This is making me crazy. There we go. Okay, so you can see the images, of course, that I did here, but they also have these awesome words and stuff in here that I really, really loved. I did use the love one, but what I had decided in the very end, because I was going back and forth, was I wanted to use the borders on this too. But if you don't want to, you've got the images here that you could stamp this stuff on, and you're still good to go. So that's how easy, if I wasn't having having tape issues, it would have gone much smoother. But that's how easy it is really to put this together. It does not take a whole lot. As you can see, the biggest trick is just feeding these tabs into these slots. Now, too, I always like to do a sample first before I bring out. I don't want to end up coloring everything and come to find out that I put it the wrong way, or whatever, I didn't center the image properly. So I always suggest, when you're doing interactives, to do this, because it makes it so much easier to throw this out than to throw out pattern paper or anything like that. I would not want to throw out any of this beautiful pattern paper, because this set is just awesome. So I hope that you guys give it a try. So much fun. All right, so talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to switch cameras here.
Okay, I will answer questions while you're switching your cameras. Dorothy, the paper is from Dare to Be Artsy. I did put that in the comments. And I want to welcome Diane. She's new. She came from Gina K. So yay, thank you for joining us. Deb, this die-sized, okay. Are the dies sized to cut images out of the designer paper? Yes. Dare to Be Artsy makes their dies and their stamps and their pattern paper to all coordinate. So some of those dies will cut some of the images in the paper.
Yeah.
So while Lisa colors beautifully, I would maybe cut that band out of the paper.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I mean, time saver, and it's
going to
look good too. See?
And you've got some beautiful, this pattern pack has got some beautiful designs in it.
It does.
Really beautiful. I just, the colors, as I said, took me back to my childhood when I was a kid, but they're darker than what I normally use. You guys know me. I like bright colors. I like everything to be bright and glittery and fun and all that. But this just came out way too cool. I loved it. It was so much fun to make.
It's adorable. And everybody loved the minivan.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I actually have wanted one of those since I was old enough to drive.
Mm-hmm.
I have always wanted one. And yeah, I think Tammy, I don't know if Tammy's in here, but Tammy had sent a message about how much she loved that van.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Amy
asked what kind of glue was Lisa using? Zip Dry.
Yes.
It is from Beacon.
Yes.
Okay. Deb said, I've done the old school cutting, but what a pain. It's nice to have the dies, and it's almost foolproof. And Amy said, it looks hard, but be fun to learn. But really, if you have the dies, it might take you a minute,
right?
But after you've made one or two, it'll be easy. And if you rewatch Lisa's video, you can pause it and stop it and start it, and it will be easy. because she goes through all the steps for you.
Yeah, and as I said, I'm also gonna put the blog post up, so you'll have that too, and
Mhm.
that will have, still pictures of everything that I've done step by step, so,
Which
you
helps,
know
yes.
yeah, we just like to make sure that everybody, gets to see it. Some people would rather watch a video than to read directions, and then you've got the opposite where some people would rather read directions than watch a video, so that's why.
Or the directions with the pictures, because some people just
Yep,
look at the pictures.
yep,
Yep.
that's exactly right, I do that a lot.
I know,
I'm not a
you see it and then you get it.
Yeah, I'm not
Um,
a real good picture or
mhm.
instruction person.
Dorothy said maybe the desert air dried out your tape.
Oh, my tape?
That
Yeah,
could
well,
be.
the thing is too, and Dorothy, you could be very right about that because, when I'm gone down at the beach and up here, the weather is 110 degrees or whatever, my room gets closed up because we're not home. So I have come back to having problems with some of my products. But yeah, as far as that slider goes, you just want to make sure that both of those edges are down well so you'll have that track for it to slide back and forth. You don't want it to be doing this. So it's simple to do. It really is. I know that it kind of looks harder than it is, but if you get those slots or you get the let's call them banners. If
Them
you
flip.
get the banners into the slots, you start at the bottom and then go all the way up to the top. There's only 4. You're not gonna have any issues. That's
Right.
what makes your slider
And
super fun.
Deborah asked, do you have a good supplier for cardstock? I bought what is supposedly heavy 110-pound paper, but I'm very unhappy with how flimsy it feels to me.
Oh, if you've got 110-pound paper and it's flimsy, that's not a good weight paper. It's not a good paper. Um,
It's a good weight. It's just not a good
it's
brand.
not a good paper.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the weight is especially if you're doing interactive cards, the weight is what you want. You want that sturdiness. This is, obviously it's not as sturdy as chipboard, but it's kind of in between chipboard and regular cardstock, like 80 pound.
Mhm.
So,
Or 60-pound. I don't
or
like
60
60-pound
pound,
necessarily.
yeah. I usually use the heavier cardstock because most of the time I'm doing interactives, so I like it to be heavier. But you do have that issue when you are working with the heavier cardstock, you have that issue of fussing with it when you're trying to get it where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
And for me, I would have rather just run glue down those 2 pieces on the inside. I would have rather just glued them, but because I don't take my time when we're filming, I didn't want glue to get all over the place.
Well, it doesn't dry right away, so it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got that issue too. But
So people are asking what brand, like, okay, so like I love Nina cardstock.
oh
It's
yeah.
very expensive. I mean, it's expensive for cardstock. Like I have cardstock from Gina K and from Lawn Fawn, but for my white base cardstock, I'll have a pack of Nina
Yep.
cardstock, but I also have a Walmart brand. I mean,
Yeah.
it is here. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna make
Yep.
Lisa big for a second while I get up.
Yay. I don't know, maybe it wants to see that this early in the morning, but hey guys.
Okay, so I can get this. This is 150 sheets. It is from Walmart.
There you go.
And I have been using this forever. It's gone up in price. It used to be like $5.86 for this. And I just bought this pack and I think it was closer to $8. But still, the Nina paper is like 20.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Nina papers.
I saved that for not my demo cards.
Oh.
You know, when I'm creating a card and making mistakes or whatever, I don't use the Nina paper. I use this. And the Nina paper is for once I know exactly what I'm doing, or for a very special card that I know I'm not going to mess up.
Yeah.
But otherwise, this, I mean, it is, I use this, I just actually last night, I cut about 150 tags out of this.
Wow.
I am doing tags this afternoon on my live. And I'm doing faux wax seals, but I needed tags because I'm going to be doing making tags at the NAMTA show.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut them all out, and I cut them out of this. It is a nice cardstock.
Yeah,
Jessie says she uses the Walmart brand too. Yeah, I mean it's Walmart is very accessible across North America. Good.
Yeah.
I hope you can get it, Dorothy.
I just, I don't have a preference with my cardstock as long as it says as long as it is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
But if like who was Debbie that
Deborah.
I think Deborah asked, if it says it's 110 pounds, it had better be a good cardstock.
Yep.
Now mine, I did not even pay attention to what brand it is. I bought mine off of Amazon because I don't go anywhere. So Amazon is my very best friend. And I get a lot of my stuff off of Amazon. This is called International Paper Accent Opaque Digital. I have no idea what any of that means.
Well, it would print really nicely if it's a digital paper.
Yeah, but you got to have a pretty good printer to run this through, though. This is only 100 pounds, and it's sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 100 pounds, and I think it came in 500 sheets, I think was what was in there, because I still have lots of it left. But I'll look it up when we're done. Well, I'll look it up on Amazon, and then I'll put the link into where I bought it.
Okay.
So then that way you guys will know exactly where I got mine.
Lori says she likes Nina, but the bright white isn't very bright. Yeah, I like it to be nice and bright. And this from Walmart, I mean, honestly, maybe my lighting is bad, but this is very white. And I also buy when Michael's or Hobby Lobby have their colored packs on sale. I never buy it if it's not on sale. It used to be on sale a lot at Michael's.
This is
4 for $10, and that's a great price. Yeah. Now it's like 3 for $10, but they've raised the price from $4.99 to $6.99. So, but I'll buy multiple colors in the pack. So if I buy 4 packs, I'm getting like 20 different colors, and that's how I get a lot of the colored cardstock. That's affordable.
Yeah.
And I have 16 grandkids, so if they come over and they want cardstock, here. I don't mind, letting them color away.
Yeah, because it's not costing you all that much more, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the difference. I don't even know if you guys can tell.
Yes.
This is two. These are both white.
That one's whiter. That one's whiter. Yep, that one.
This is the one that I use. This is my heavier cardstock, but this is supposed to be bright white.
Right. And they're just a little off.
It's not it's not noticeable to normal people,
To
but
crafters, it is.
to us, all of us, we would know.
Or if you just saw the one that
Yeah.
isn't as bright by itself, maybe it's not as noticeable.
Yeah.
But when you compare them, they are.
Yeah, that's why I really love this paper. It's served me well.
Mhm.
I don't like I like it also because it doesn't crack as much when you're folding it.
That
Because a
makes
lot of
more sense.
times you run into that issue too when you're using a heavier cardstock, when you're
Mhm.
trying to fold it or score it or whatever,
Yep.
sometimes it'll crack. The best way to get around that is an emery board. I take a
Mhm.
nail file, just a regular nail file, and I just lightly go over my edges if my paper is breaking.
If they crack, if
Yep,
because you can see it if it's not a, and I use a bone folder a lot.
yep.
Maybe not when I'm demoing
Yeah,
because I'm in a hurry or I
exactly.
forget to get it out, but I love my bone folder. Dorothy said she'll have to watch my replay. This is what I am doing. I'm
Yes,
doing the faux wax seals. So,
love that.
that's what I'm doing, for my demo at 2 o'clock
Yeah, about an hour.
in an hour, yes.
I was talking way too much, I guess.
No, this was a good
Went
discussion
fast.
because it's interesting, and, when people have questions, we want to answer them, and we
Yes,
do
we do.
try to go through and answer all your questions, but sometimes when we can show you, it's
Yeah,
easier.
yeah, I like it better if I can show than try to explain, you know, but I do go over all of the comments. If you ask a question, if I know we've already answered it, then I'm not going to, you know, comment about it because you've already got the answer. But if it's a question that we missed, then of course I'll answer
Mhm.
any question that anybody has. So, not a big deal at
Right,
all.
right. So,
Oh, I like that, Becca.
it made me smile too.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And nothing better than crafting with friends.
There isn't. There
Mm-mm.
I mean,
I
and
love it,
Jeannie
love it.
Stalker is in here, and her and I have actually set a time and a day
Oh,
for her to come over.
finally.
Well, not
You
that we're not both busy, but in a couple weeks, she'll come over and we'll craft together.
Good.
So that'll be
That's
good.
always good. All right. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Don't forget, Anne's going to be up next in about an hour. She's going to show
Fun.
you how to make those gorgeous seals. I
They're
used
so
to,
fun.
I used to love doing those.
I
Used to love
know.
them. And I
Well, they're
haven't done them.
coming back now. So
Yeah,
I
they
thought,
are. Yep, they
and
are. Yes, now don't forget hashtag Bella Crafts. Make sure you
mhm,
like, comment, and share my video. Please go over to Dare to Be Artsy to their Facebook page
I put
and
the
give
link
them
in at the
okay, thank
beginning.
you,
Yep.
Anne. And give them a like because we love our sponsors and we want to make sure that they know that we appreciate what they do. So
And somebody, Amy just asked who won. We're going to announce both the winners during my live at two
yes,
o'clock. We
yep.
have a winner from last week and a winner from the week before, and they are both winning surprise boxes from us valued
Mhm.
at minimum $50. So we will announce both of those at
Yeah,
during the after my live, at
right.
the end. So
And then next week we will announce the winner for Dare to Be
yep,
Artsy. Okay.
yep.
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it, you guys. If anything, go and buy the products. They're so much fun.
The
You
paper
know,
is super fun. Yeah.
just super fun. So have a great afternoon or whatever. We're going to be back in less than an hour. I hope you join us. So until then, what do we always say?
Take some time to craft
Because
because
it's good for your soul.
it is. Yes.
It really is.
Okay.
All right, you guys take care. We'll see you in
Yep.
the